for 35, 40 years we married. You want people telling you children, hey, you see your mother, she used to be all about the place. That's a disrespect for your children. You don't want your children to know that about you. We live in a small island.
Teach.
We don't hear about people's parents. I hear about some of my partners who mother was all about, and I don't shame for them.
Bring it out.
You understand? So listen to this. Sirach 6 and 7. Sirach. So listen to this, sister. This is how you don't choose a good husband. And then I'm going to tell you something about sisters. Look at this.
Sirach chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldest set, wouldest get a friend.
Because your husband's supposed to be your friend. If you want to have a friend,
Prove him first.
you gotta prove that person. Don't just give him the cookie out of the box just like that. You gotta get married first. But before you get married, you gotta prove him. Look how you don't prove him. Baby, I only be with your father for 35, 40 years we married. You want people telling your children, hey, you see your mother, she used to be all about the place. That's a disrespect for your children. You don't want your children to know that about you. We live in a small island.
Teach.
We don't hear about people's parents. I hear about some of my partners who mother was all about, and I don't shame for them.
Bring it out.
You understand? So listen to this. Sirach 6 and 7. Sirach. So listen to this, sister. This is how you don't choose a good husband. And then I'm going to tell you something about sisters. Look at this.
Sirach chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldest set, wouldest get a friend.
Because your husband's supposed to be your friend. If you want to get a friend,
Prove him first.
you gotta prove that person. Don't just give him the cookie out of the box just like that. You gotta get married first. But before you get married, you gotta prove him. Look how you don't prove him. 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 8. This is how you gonna prove him. Because God have a commandment and how man's supposed to be. What they're supposed to do. And this is it. 1 Timothy 5 and 8.
1 Timothy chapter 5 and verse 8. But if any provide not of his own,
If any provide not for his own. Read.
and specially for those of his own house.
So a man's supposed to do what for the house, according to the Bible. That's it. He's a provide. So you gotta test here and see where. Let me see. Is his ass all you want to do is buy Gucci clothes and buy rents for the car and leave food inside of the house. Or when we go out, you ain't do nothing on him. You just carry out all day. When we go out, the man don't want to spend no money. You understand? So you got to prove him. But sisters have a role as well, so the marriage can work. It takes two. Why you think a lot of men don't leave the household? Because a woman, I like to hear that for you, because a woman ain't doing what she's supposed to do. But listen to what a woman's supposed to do. Give me that in 1 Corinthians. Very good, sister. Look at what woman's supposed to do that we're doing today. 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and start from verse 3. The Bible got all the answers them, right? Look at this.
1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. But it would have you know, but I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
So the head of every man is Christ. Head means the leader. So the leader of every man is who? Is Christ, right? Look at this.
And the head of the woman is the man.
Who is the leader of the woman? The man. So could you do that? Could you let a righteous man be the boss in the house? Lead the house? Or you can't that, but that's what the Bible said. Listen, so you just said sisters ain't doing what they're supposed to do. And that's one of the problems there. Sisters ain't like man run the household. You can always have a leader. If you walk into a job, you got a boss, right? So how do you feel about your boss leading you? You don't feel no way, right? He's a man and he leading you, hey, such and such. You gotta do so. I want you to do this assignment for the day. You don't feel that way. So why you gonna feel that way if you got a good husband leading you? You're supposed to feel good. You understand what I'm saying? So listen to this one more time.
But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man.
Is the man. The man is the head of the household. Brethren, you agree with that? Man is the head of the household. So here we are. So listen to this. You know what's the next thing that will change our men then? Or what will cause our men to cheat? Don't get me wrong. A lot of our men, they're right in the mind, they're very lustful. But what are some things that a woman do that will make a man cheat? Eh? Okay, she might be cheating first, but I'm gonna bring it to you. Give me Deuteronomy 22 verse 5. Do you think the way how our woman let dress today make our man let want to go after all kind of woman? Right? That's one of the things there. Listen to this here, listen to this.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertains unto a man.
So he said a woman shouldn't wear clothing that pertains to a man. What type of clothing pertains to a man that a woman shouldn't wear? What else? But what else? What kind of clothes? Is a particular kind of clothes that a woman will wear that she's supposed to because it's a man that will put it on. I'm going to give you an example. You can speak French. You got to Paris and you need to use the bathroom. How you gonna know which bathroom is the man from the woman? How you gonna know? By watching the sign. So on the sign, what the man gonna be wearing? He gonna be wearing a what? Okay. What the woman gonna be wearing on the sign? She gonna have on a what? A dress. And what the man gonna have on a what? Say it, a pants. So that's how you know the difference. So we didn't know better. I didn't know better at one time. So woman ain't supposed to be wearing what? They're supposed to be wearing pants. They're supposed to be wearing a dress. We'll read it one more time.
The woman shall not wear that which pertains unto a man.
A pants. Read.
Neither shall a man put on a woman garment.
And a man is supposed to wear a dress. You understand? So look at this. So you know how that will cause our men to cheat? Because I see Susie. She just in a nice tight thing. I can see her shape. I talk to her. And I lay down with her. We got a child. Guess what? I see Barry now. And what Barry got on, well, my God, I can see everything jiggling like this. So if I struggling with lust, I gonna leave Susie and go to Barry, right? Have a child with Barry and then I forget about Susie. So how woman dress is very important. How you dress is what kind of man you're gonna attract. So
What club was that at?
That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
With the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again.
So if you dress in tight clothing, you're gonna attract a man that like to see woman in tight clothing. And you're gonna watch other women as well. So one of our woman's most memorable days is what? What will you say is a day that a woman can always remember in her life? Would you say her wedding? Her wedding, right? Because that's a special day. And her wedding day, what she got on? Her pants? No, she got so much dress that she don't need it. Right? Because she's special that day. When sister, you got to know you ain't only special on your wedding day. You believe you're supposed to be special every day? Every day you're supposed to be special. Otherwise you're going to attract the wrong kind of man. So I hope the next time I see you, you try your best to put on a dress now. Now, the Bible said if we don't get married, right? Or we like to sleep around, we're going to get sickness. What race of people does gonorrhea and syphilis affect the most? If we had to put white, Chinese, Arab, black people, Which people have got the most sexually transmitted disease? What you would say? Black people. You know why? What you think is the reason for that? They go around the most. But I'm going to show you something. You do Deuteronomy 28:68. I'm going to show you this last thing here. Well, I got two things. Deuteronomy 28:68, because you said black people. In the Bible, do you know our history is recorded in there? You don't know. I didn't know like that. You know why we don't know? Because you just call them what? You call your people what? Black people. But in the Bible, we can't find our people as black people. Look at this. Deuteronomy 28:68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
You familiar with biblical history? You familiar with the Bible? So this is Moses, right? And he said the Lord will do what?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So Moses, he parted the Red Sea so some people to escape out of Egypt. Why they were escaping? What conditions were they facing in Egypt? They was in slavery, right? They was in slavery. So listen carefully to what Moses telling them. Read.
And the Lord will bring thee into Egypt,
into slavery
again.
And next time, but this time how?
With ships.
Sister, which people went into slavery and they were ships? Who are these people here? White people? Black people. So remember what the Bible said, right? You will go into slavery by ships, and you agree that only happened to us, right? Let me hear what Moses called those people. Deuteronomy 1:1. Now we say black, but that's not our nationality. That's our skin color, right? So listen to who we are. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1. These were the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Who Moses was saying would go into that condition? What the Bible call it? Listen one more time. Listen to who Moses was speaking to.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Who Moses was speaking to? Israel. So if this happened to your ancestors, that happened to your great-great-great-grandfather, that they came from Africa by the way of slave ships, and Moses called those people Israelites, and you are their children, what are you according to the Bible? You are Israelite.
That's
so
right.
You said this happening to the Israelites. Listen to the reason why. Verse 15. Deuteronomy 28, verse 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
Listen to this.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
if we didn't listen to do what God said, read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
Do some of the commandments?
All his commandments and statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So the Bible says if we didn't listen, curses will come upon us. Our people being the number one people to get syphilis, is that a cause? That's a cause. So why the cause happened to us? Because we don't want to what? We very good. We don't want to follow the commandments. So then the solution for us to stop this is keeping the commandments. One of the commandments then to stop syphilis is doing what we just tell you earlier. Getting what? How you want to stop syphilis? You have to get what? You got to get married. That's one of the commandments then. And I'll show you a next commandment that have we cause as a people. We used to do it because we didn't know better. Give me Leviticus chapter 19. Right. Listen to this.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 28. And ye shall not make any cutting in your flesh.
So you're supposed to cut your flesh. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to explain it to
you. Ye shall not make any cutting in the flesh for the dead, nor print any marking upon you.
When we print marks upon us, what we call it today? You tell me. No print. What you call it when you print mark on yourself? Today. We used to do it though. No print the same. Tell me the name. You get any printing on top of you right now? That's tattoos. You understand? So then our culture, so sis, This ain't to bash you, because we used to do it and we didn't know better. But now, you hear what God said. Will it be wise for you to put on anymore? Don't put on no more, even if it's for the dead. Read it one more time. Even if it's for the dead, don't put it on. You know why? Then what God teach you how to do. And we just read, if we don't listen to God, what happened to us? We gonna get what? We gonna get cursed. You understand? Read it one more time.
Ye, Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 28. Ye shall not make any cutting in your flesh for the dead.
So you're supposed to pray, because when I lead up at you, it cut in your flesh. So sis, you understand that you're an Israelite according to the Bible. You the self-great people. You gotta walk like that. You gotta be bad in 2 Timothy, 1 Timothy 12. You gotta dress like a princess. And trust me, 9 out of 10 times, you're gonna attract the right husband or potential husband. Remember, I tell you this today. You understand? I want
Across the earth, the prophets move. From city streets to distant lands, the message is the same. Israel must rise. Through every quest, every journey, the truth spreads. No border can contain it. No distance can silence it. Our nation lives in every moment. In joy, we celebrate marriages. In sorrow, we honor our dead. On the Sabbath, we gather as one. Families rejoicing together, bound by the commandments of God. Yet are we tried. From the stones in Kenya to the hatred in Montana, we endure as a soldier of the Lord. And still, the mission expands. On the airwaves, on the screens, in every nation under heaven, Israel's voice is heard. We build our communities. We raise our children in royalty. We restore what was broken. We clean what was defiled. We show the world who we are. This is Israel united in Christ. Nation in motion. Nation endures.